Hey everyone, welcome to World Warrior RPG, our show where we play a campaign set in the Street Fighter universe. I am Edu Cammyplayer, your storyteller for this adventure, and our player today is HaBeFaStro with Shyotaz, the fighter from Wales. Last time we saw what happened after the plane crash in the lake, how Shyotaz was too hurt and unable to do much more to help his friend and the other hostages. Fast forward a week later, and we saw the fighter recovering at a hospital where he met the American police officer Adam Hunter, who is in a special worldwide task force investigating a crime syndicate. Adam was given a great description of the airplane pilot and set off to continue his investigation, leaving Shyotaz to concentrate in getting better. And that he did, being then sent by his manager, Mr. Hanabero, to his old gym to take part in a special invitational tournament to try and get some money back. And that's where we left off in the last episode of World Warrior. Let's see how it goes. Liz is gonna go first. She's gonna use 1 willpower and 1 chi, so she already has 1 success, plus she rolls an extra die. And that will give her 15. Actually, she's not gonna use a willpower because we're doing something different for wits. We actually count the result. So it's just 15. It's 1 die plus 1 die from the chi.
And now I roll?
Yeah, roll wits.
Wits. And I get 19.
Okay, so you go first. And a little bell rings and you start your fight.
Ding ding. I'm going to start with a simple kick.
Okay, roll it. She doesn't have a block value.
So I pretty much just do 3 since I have 3 for kick.
No, you do dexterity plus kick.
So wow, that's 6 I have to roll. So I have 2 successes.
Let me check. Yes, you have 2 successes. So that lands. So Liz has 10 health. So now for damage.
Okay, yeah, damage. And how much do I roll for damage?
Every time you want to hit someone, you roll dexterity plus what you're using. Every time you want to do damage, it's strength plus what you're using.
Okay, strength plus what I'm using. Okay. And 1, 2, 3 successes.
So you do 3 damage to her. Tell about your kick. Exactly how was it?
So, I start out by just weighing her out, just doing the Bruce Lee kind of... I don't want to use the word dance, but I guess that's the closest thing I can think of. I don't know the other term. And I just kind of make my left knee look like it's going to be the one that hits her, but quickly rotate it to my right foot that actually hits her right across the cheek.
Okay. However, I forgot that you're supposed to deduct the stamina value that she has, and she has 2 stamina. So you roll 2 dice less. So roll again.
Okie dokie.
Damage -2.
And that's no success.
No success. So let's say that you try to do that kick and she dodges at the last second. You still hit her with the kick, but since she jumped away at the same moment that your kick landed, she was able to not actually be hurt by it. And now it's her turn, and she is going to immediately use, because it's a boxing ring, so she jumped back to avoid the kick and kind of got touched by the kick, so you end up pushing her. She's gonna use the momentum to go against the rope and then use that momentum to go forward with a punch to your nose. So that'll be, let's see, 4 dice. That'll be 4 successes. Well, I forgot to take your block. So what's your block? It's 1, right?
It's 2.
It's 2?
2.
Okay. Well, you got 4 successes, so even if that didn't work, I would still hit. So that hits, so she's gonna go for damage now. Damage will be again 4 minus your stamina, which is 3, right? So that'll be 1. I'm gonna add stamina and a chi. Stamina, no, willpower and a chi. So that'll be 1 plus the willpower, so that's 2 damage for you.
Ah! Got me.
I landed a hit! Oh my god!
Then I go for an uppercut.
Go for it.
So that would be punch plus dexterity.
Minus her block, but her block is 0, so.
Okay, so that'd be 4 and roll. And that's 1 success.
So that hits. Now for damage. Her stamina is 2.
That's 3 altogether, so minus her stamina, that'd be 1, correct?
Yes, unless you use chi to add another die or willpower to have an automatic success.
I'll throw in the automatic success.
So take 1 willpower, temporary willpower, the squares.
And I'm still rolling just 1 dice, right?
Yes, unless you use chi, then you can roll an extra die.
Okay, so that's 2 successes.
That's 2 damage. So she goes to 8. And it's... You said you landed an uppercut, right?
Yes. Right as she's getting excited that she landed a hit on me, I use the distraction as a retaliation, and then I say, "Don't get too happy that you land a good hit. Remember, keep your head in the game."
So when she takes the uppercut to her chin, she kind of makes a movement like she's gonna fall, and she uses that to distract you from the fact that she's spinning around to try to land a kick on you. And your block again is 2, right?
My block is 2.
Though she fails, actually she got a 1 and no successes, so that's a botch. So let's say that she tries to do that, but she ends up losing balance and she falls prone. So next time she's gonna have a disadvantage to attack. And it's you on the 3rd round.
Okay, me on the 3rd round. I go for a suplex, which
Okay.
would be my grab plus dexterity.
Suplex is a grab technique, so you're gonna do dexterity plus grab, but since it's a special maneuver, it has a bonus of speed. However, the bonus of speed is 0, so it is just dex plus grab, minus her athletics, which is 1.
So that'd be 5 altogether. Since I have 3 grab plus 3 dexterity and minus her 1 thing.
Correct.
I just want to make sure I'm rolling the most accurate dice possible. So that's 2 success.
So that lands. So before you roll for damage, actually roll for damage first.
Okay, damage. Making sure again, strength plus whatever I'm currently using, which would be grab.
That's not the end of it. It's strength plus whatever you're using, plus the bonus of your technique, minus the opponent's stamina, which is 2.
Okay, so minus that plus the bonus, which would be speed, right?
No, it will be damage.
Oh, I get it. So because I had 2 successes, that's plus 2.
Yeah, it basically negates her stamina. So
Okay. So 5 and rolling. Wow, that was really successful. 3 success.
So now you read the suplex technique.
Yes, here we are. Suplex. The suplex is a relatively fast grab move. The fighter lunges forward, grabs her opponent, and then twists around to fall backwards. By arching her back, the wrestler slams the opponent's head into the ground and simultaneously cushions the wrestler's own fall.
So that happened. She took 3 damage. That's right.
Yes.
So she goes from 8 to 5. And she is dizzy because she took more damage than her stamina. So she doesn't act on the 3rd round. So now it's the 4th round and it's your turn again.
I'll go for a kick haymaker.
Or your combo.
Yes, my
Okay,
combo.
then go for a kick.
Right. Kick plus dexterity.
We're saying that when someone is... I don't remember what we said. When someone is dizzy, I guess they can't block, so I'm not going to use the block to evade your attack.
So just straight up dexterity plus kick?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. And that's 4 successes. Wow.
So that lands. So now I'll go for damage.
Which trying to refresh myself again, is strength plus kick.
Minus the opponent's stamina, which is 2.
Okay, so that makes 5 dice altogether. And that would be 2.
So 2 more damage. So she goes from 5 to 3. And since this is a combo, you can try to use another technique.
Which would...
And again, we were saying that for combos, you don't add the bonus thing. So again, I'm not going to use the block against your haymaker.
Which, correct me if I'm wrong, would be a punch plus strength? I mean, punch plus dexterity?
Plus the bonus, which in this case is negative. Minus the opponent's block. However, since this is part of a combo, the block will not be used.
Okay, so punch, dexterity, minus 2. And that's not a success.
Now you can try to add a chi to save that if you want.
Yeah, I'll go for a chi.
Then roll 1 extra die.
Nope.
That didn't work. So you try to land the haymaker and you just calculated the distance wrong and your attempt kind of falls flat. So that was your round 4. Now she gets up from the ground and she looks at you really angry. You can see fire in her eyes. And she was like, I was so stupid for trusting in this guy. And she gets up from the ground and tries to hit you with an uppercut. However, she is in a -2. So that means she's gonna roll the minimum of 1 die, which is a success. So she actually hits you. And your stamina is 3. So it's again just 1 die for damage and another success. So you take 1 more damage as she hits you with an uppercut.
Oh! Good shot.
And now it's round 5, your turn.
Okie dokie, I'll go for another kick.
Go for it.
Okay, 3.
She has no block.
That's 2 success.
So your kick hits, now go for damage. His stamina is 2.
Okay, stamina 2. So that's 2 success, and I want to roll another... No, actually forget that. I'll stick with that too.
She has 3 health, so if you want to use a chi and you have success, you will win this fight.
But what about willpower? Like that's... Or I suppose I have to do that before I roll the dice.
Correct.
I suppose if I roll like a 1, then would that negate the one of the 2
Yes.
successes? Okay. Okay, so I'm not going to take that chance. I'm just going to go for these 2 that I have.
So tell me about how that kick was.
So, after the uppercut lands, I get on my tippy toe and I do a spinning roundhouse kick, which goes right for her neck.
And she takes that kick and falls to the ground and takes a moment to get up. And she's like, no, no, not again. And she runs at you. Oh no, yeah, she does. It's her time. She runs at you with another punch attempt, but now she is not prone anymore, so she gets to roll 2 dice. And she gets 1 success. And that will hit. And now for damage, it's just 1 dice. 1 die. And wow, that is a botch. So she tries to hit you with a punch, but she's so furious that her punch goes just way too far. You can dodge it pretty easily. And she slams against the ropes. Again, it's a boxing ring. And the momentum pushes her back, and she falls on her back on the ground. And she will be prone for the next round, meaning she'll have a disadvantage. And it's you on turn 6.
So, I I don't suppose, because this is a ring with ropes, that I could use kind of like a high flying technique.
Yes, you can. This is a RPG. You can do whatever you want. It's not a video game. You're not bound to the rules. You can adapt and try crazy things. So yes, you can use the ropes.
Okay, so I jump over her from where she falls, and I use the ropes that she tripped over, and use that for a move called a moonsault. And what would the requirements for this roll be?
Well, I guess since you're not really using a special maneuver called moonsault, which I think might be something that exists, let's say you try your best at a moonsault imitation, which is not perfect if an expert were to be looking.
Let's call it a karate moonsault.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to do a moonsault. So just roll a normal kick. And I'm gonna say, since you're using the ropes and you're being creative, I'm gonna say that the difficulty is 5.
Ooh, 5 difficulty. So I don't have to worry about her block or nothing?
You would if she could block, but she has a 0 block, so...
And does the difficulty of 5 do anything dice-wise?
You're gonna roll your kick attack normally, except the difficulty is 5, not 6.
Okay, so difficulty being 5. I just mean 6 because, it's a kick plus dexterity. So I still roll 6 dice?
Correct, but you're looking for 5 or higher.
Oh, I get it. 5 or higher. Oh, that's where the 6 came in. Okay. And that's 3 successes, I believe, since 5 counts now.
So go for damage, and her stamina is 2.
Okay. And that's 2 success.
So describe again that movement as you KO her.
So, with her just now falling down to the ground, rebounding from the ropes, I jump over her. I land on the second rope that had just tripped her, and I do a karate moonsault where I somersault in the air and land a body slam, finishing the match.
So as you do that, the bookie seems extremely disappointed. He's like cursing you, and the guy in the hood actually smiles at you. And as you're leaving the ring, he gets close to you and says, "Well, maybe you're not such an idiot. I'm proud of you."
With that in mind, I go back to help the young lady up.
She's knocked out right now.
I carry her out of the ring.
No, you don't. She has her own people doing that.
Oh, never mind then. I guess I'll be a nice guy another time.
So, before we move on, let's give some points for some stuff. Now, when the game began, you actually had an opportunity to try to dive into the water to save the other people, or to try your best. And if you had done that, you would have gained some honor points. But you didn't, so you don't. But I'm also not gonna take away honor points, because it's not reasonable to expect for you to do something like that in a situation like that. I'm gonna give you, however, a penalty, because there's a thing about striking someone dizzy. It's frowned upon. It's a very bad thing to do, and you did it. Liz was dizzy and you attacked her. That means you're gonna lose 1 honor. So 1 temporary honor, which is your squares. You're gonna lose 1 of that for being a jackass and attacking someone that was dizzy. However, you also won a match, and for winning a match you gain 1 glory.
1 temporary glory?
Yes, one temporary glory. And on your character sheet, you see that you're standing for wins, losses, and KOs. So far, you had one win, one loss, and one KO. Now you have 2 wins and 2 KOs, and still one loss. So that's where we end with the prizes so far. Now, before we go to the next fight, once a day you can do what is called an honor roll in the manual, though I will also allow you to roll glory, so glory and honor. And you can do that once a day to try to recover some of your spent willpower or chi. Do you want to do this now or not?
Yes, I'd like to do that.
Okay, so you're gonna roll your permanent values for glory and honor. So you have 1 glory and 2 honor, so you're gonna roll 3.
Rolling.
And that's 3 successes, which is excellent. So you can decide what you want to recover. I think you used exactly 3, right?
I think I used 1 willpower and 1 chi. I was thinking about using another chi, but I changed my mind on that.
Okay, then you can recover everything, and you actually could have spent 1 more chi and you would have recovered. However, you cannot do this anymore today.
And I took 3 damage from that fight, right?
Yes, the damage recovers pretty fast unless it's something that goes beyond 0. I don't remember what it's called, but if you take more damage than 0, then it takes 1 day to recover that damage. So for example, she had 1 health and you landed 2 damage. I think your final hit was 2 damage, I think. So she's gonna need 1 day to recover that 1 health. But from 0 or from whatever other value, it just takes 15 minutes to recover. So by the next fight, you're gonna be at full health.
Sounds good.
So there's a fight for 3rd place, and Liz loses again rather quickly to the Greek Destroyer, I think was his name.
Yep, Greek Destroyer.
He wins very quickly, and you see that she's extremely disappointed.
Can I
Let's
go?
say you have a
Can I go to comfort her, tell her that she did good, all things considered?
Yeah, you get close to her and she looks really angrily at you.
Why are you giving me that look?
Oh, if it isn't Mr. Dirty Warrior.
Hey, I'm trying to win this tournament, and frankly,
Yeah, real nice coming before the fight and saying that I can have success and that I can win, that I should believe in myself, and pretending that you're a nice guy, then doing that.
Look, I had forgotten that it's actually not all that nice to attack a dizzy opponent.
And I had forgotten that I shouldn't talk to jackasses.
Hey!
And she leaves you.
I still have that offer for us to combine our wins. For you to join my dojo.
She pays no attention. You're speaking to yourself.
Then I don't know the name of this, but you know how when people are like annoyed, they just kind of like do that thing with their hand, like forget you.
Okay, you do a forget you.
Yeah.
And then the announcer guy says, and now for the last fight is the Big Shadow, I think.
Yep, Big Shadow.
I should have written this name. Big Shadow versus Shyotaz. And Big Shadow walks by your side and he's like, go first.
And I sit down and I say, no, you go first.
Okay. And he enters the ring. Do you enter the ring?
I thought I was already in the ring.
No, it was like letting you go inside the ring first.
So yeah, I go inside the ring, I slide into the ring.
So, I would say that you were going to be defeated rather quickly, but I was really impressed by your last fight, so now I don't know. I see that you are, like me, someone that is willing to do anything, so maybe you're stronger than I thought. I'm proud of you. But I'm still gonna try my best to defeat you.
Don't go soft on me.
So let's roll some wits. Oh, shit. He rolled really bad. He rolled a 7.
And I rolled a 19.
So you go first. Shyotaz versus Big Shadow. Round 1. He has 10 health. You start.
So I go for a simple punch.
Okay, his block is 2.
And no success. I think I'll go for a chi this time,
Okay, add a chi.
which means I roll another dice, right?
Correct.
1 success.
And that is success. So yes, your punch hits.
So to describe this punch, it's nothing.
Now go for damage first because you might not do any damage.
Ah, yes, the damage.
And his stamina is 2.
Wow, so that leaves me with only 1 die. And no damage, it looks like.
Unless you want to use a chi.
Yeah, I'll go for another chi. Nope.
Nope. So describe the punch that almost landed.
So I go into a rather relaxed stance. I look him right in the eyes, or as good as I can considering he's cloaked, and I go for a unimpressive, rather simple jab to his face.
And I guess he dodges at the last second and the jab passes just above his head. And now it's his turn. And let's see what he's gonna do. So he pulls his sweatshirt. No, I didn't say he's wearing a sweatshirt. I said he's wearing a cloak, right?
I was gonna say,
So
does this guy resemble that one man from King of Fighters, the new guy, Kyrie, I think his name is?
Wow, you got that perfectly. How the hell did you guess that?
Well,
Wow, I'm really surprised. I have to give you some sort of bonus here. Wow, what can I give you? I'm gonna let you do a renown roll again today. Just as a bonus for guessing that, because I'm really surprised you got that. Really surprised.
wait, what is it that I get?
You can do your renown roll again today.
Okay, my renown roll, glory and honor. Whoa!
Correct.
But yeah,
That'll be your bonus for guessing something that I really wasn't expecting you to guess.
well, I love King of Fighters, and that character in particular is really cool, even if I can't really remember his name. I think it's Kari. Am I right?
I'm not sure. Anyways, he's gonna jump and use a technique that if I were to go by the book, he wasn't supposed to be able to use it, but also this technique isn't from the core book. There's a fan book called the G File, which is superb. It adds a lot of Street Fighters, it adds a lot of cool things, and it adds a lot of cool special maneuvers. So it's really cool. And I'm gonna use one of these. So it's a fan maneuver. It's kind of like when you're playing a tabletop RPG like this, there's something really important in these games, that the manual is not the final word. The final word is the GM, and the GM can do anything, can decide anything, even if it's against the manual. So you can determine your own rules if you want. So we're doing that with combat, for example. We're using my combat rules, which are similar to the book but not exactly like the book, because then we would have to worry about movement and whatever. But you could do that with anything. Again, we're using for Reno, we're using to roll glory instead of just rolling honor, and so on and so forth. So you can do all sorts of things, and you can add anything you want. I could add any special maneuvers I wanted. But this is not one that I created. It's a fan work that is already completed. It's from a website. I kind of forgot the website now, but it's a website dedicated to this RPG system. So it's the next best thing to an official maneuver. It has some prerequisites that this fighter, Big Shadow, doesn't fulfill, but I'm allowing him to use it anyways. So anyways, he jumps, and from his leaves he pulls 2 small whips, and he uses these whips to, well, whip you from the air. So he's gonna roll, will cost him 2 willpower, and he's gonna roll a punch attack, which is 4 dice, 5 dice, minus your block, however, which is 2, so that'll be 3. And since I really want this to hit, I'm gonna use both a chi and his last willpower. So that'll be 4 successes plus the willpower, that's 5. So I used everything and I hit it. So let me tell you about this technique. It's called Air Tentacle Whip, and it's like that. The fighter leaps into the air and becomes a flurry of tentacles hitting all around. So it's not really a tentacle, it's like he's using the whips, but it's kind of like tentacle. And this has something very special for damage, which is I get to roll damage 3 times. I could try to hit 3 different opponents, but I'm gonna use it just against you. So I'm gonna roll again my 5 minus your stamina, which is 3. Damn, that's a lot of stamina. So it's 2, but I get to do this 3 times. So first damage roll, it's a botch. So we're gonna go back to that. Second damage roll, it's a 1, and the third damage roll, it's another 1. So you take 2 damage, and since he botched, he jumps and he uses his whips and he successfully whips you 2 times. The third time you kind of dodge a little bit and he falls to the ground kind of badly, and let's say he takes 1 damage from that. So he goes, Big Shadow goes to 10 to 9 life. And you started, right?
Yeah, and I say, ah. Where did he hit me with these whips, by the way?
The head.
The head. Hitting me with a weapon. I'd say that's unfair, but I think it's kind of karma as well.
So round 2.
Shyotaz gives the gesture for a timeout.
For timeout? Okay, so you're gonna spend your turn telling him wait a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do that, and from his sleeve he pulls like a baton, like Rolento's baton.
Ooh.
And he's gonna use that to attack you. And there are some rules in the manual about melee weapons, but I kind of forgot to look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
It's fine by me. By the way, the guy from the King of Fighters that we're talking about, his name is Kukri.
Oh, kukri. That's also a weapon, isn't it?
Yeah, that is, if I remember correctly. Like a knife of some kind.
Okay, that's gonna take too long. So I'm not gonna look up the rules. I'm just gonna say that he gets 1 extra die for damage. I'm just gonna make it up. And so he punches you with the baton. I guess that's not a punch. He attacks you with his new baton, and that is a failure. It does not hit you.
And can I do something since he missed?
What do you want to do?
I want to grab a microphone and speak into the microphone to say a few words to the audience.
I mean, you're in the middle of a fight and he did not stop fighting, and nobody else is stopping the fight. So I guess you could try to spend the next turn trying to convince people to stop the fight. You want to do that?
I can't be like just abrupt and try to hastily give a message.
You can yell, but then he's still gonna be able to attack you. But if you want to spend your next round trying to roll something to make them stop the fight, you can do that.
Okay, let's try to make them stop the fight.
Okay, so let's say, what would that be? Would it be leadership? No, it wouldn't. Charisma, manipulation, appearance.
I think that's a charisma thing.
Yeah, but I also think that, but we should be careful because it's easy to put everything under charisma. It's really easy to do that.
True.
So if you're not careful, you're always gonna say it's charisma. So before I decide it's charisma, I always wanna see if something else applies. Let's say manipulation. I don't think that's manipulation. I guess that would really be a charisma. So roll a charisma.
Okie dokie. And that's 2 success.
So yeah, what do we yell to get people to stop the fight?
I say, "Excuse me! Everyone here! I have an important message that you all should listen to!"
And the crowd, well, not a big crowd. There's like 10 people watching the fight, but they're like, whoa! And the sorta judge, I mean the bookie guy, enters the ring and is like, ah, let's hear him, and he gives you a microphone, and the fight is stopped.
By the way, is Liz or the Greek destroyer still there?
Yeah, they're there.
Okay. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Beep.
Yeah, it's on, idiot. Hurry up and fight.
Now then, I just want to say, yesterday I did something quite frowned upon even in a street fighting community. And I want to say...
Yes. Yesterday?
Yesterday, yes. And I just want to say, I apologize for my misconduct of attacking a dizzy opponent.
Okay, that wasn't yesterday. That was like 50 minutes ago.
Okay. I attacked an opponent who was dizzy in my last match. And for that...
Yeah, you suck!
Fair enough. For that, I apologize. So Liz, if you're still there, can you ever forgive me? And if so, that'd be great. And piece of advice to everyone! I am planning on forming an allegiance called the Finding Balance Dojo!
So your sentence is interrupted as you feel a baton hitting you on the back, and you take 2 damage. And Big Shadow is like, you talk too much. Let's continue the fight. And the bookie gets the microphone and climbs out of the ring. And that was his round 4. So it's you on round 5.
Okay, I go for a kick. And
Okay. His block is 2.
and that's 1 success.
So that hits. Now damage. His stamina is 2.
And can I go for a willpower?
Yes, you can.
And can I go for a chi?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so I'll go for 1 willpower plus 1 chi, which means I get an extra dice roll plus 1 success. And that's 1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay, so he goes from 9 to 6 health. And it's his turn on round 5. And he gives the time up signal to you. So it's you on round 6.
I comply with his timeout and let him do what he pleases for a timeout.
He attacks you with the baton, and I'm gonna say you don't get to use your block since you're not prepared for a fight. And you take 2 more damage. He was like, you're such an idiot. I was right all along.
So Can I sweep? Does sweeping leg count as a kick?
Wait, sweeping leg?
You know, like when the person's down on the floor and...
Okay, but the thing is, I think there's a maneuver called that, but you're not looking at the maneuver list, right? You're just saying sweeping a leg.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's a kick.
And I can still go for it.
Yeah, go. It's round 7.
And...
How's your health?
My health is down to 4.
Okay, so he has more health than you. He has 6.
Yes, and his stamina is 2? Or I mean, his block is 2?
Yes, also stamina.
Okay, and Huh. Not bad. That's one success, and I think I'll go for a chi.
You don't need it, you just need one to hit.
Ah, yes.
Now you roll damage.
Right. And his stamina is 2. And I can still go for willpower and chi?
Yes.
I'll go for another willpower and chi. One more dice roll plus 1 success. That's 5 successes. Dang!
That was a really good roll. So you do 5 damage upon him. That was one hell of a sweep. Describe it. And you really have to justify doing 5 damage with a sweep.
Okay, so let me see if I can justify this as good as I can. So, as Big Shadow is taunting me, I sweep his legs, and while he's descending, I use the leg I wasn't sleeping with to land a spinning kick right on his stomach.
So he falls down, and he's not gonna act on round 7 because he is dizzy. So it's round 8 and your turn again.
Okay, and learning my lesson from last time, I don't attack a dizzy opponent.
So when he gets better from the dizzy and was like, you should have finished me when you had the chance. So he jumps again and does his maneuver. So let's see, that'll be 2 dice. So that's 2 successes, so that'll hit. And now for damage, you take 1, then you take 1, then he misses. So you take 2. Can you take 2 and still live?
Yep. I've got 2 health, and last I checked, Big Shadow has 1.
You got 2 health after taking the 2 damage?
Yep.
Okay, so he jumps, he brings his whips again, spins them around, hits you in the face twice, and again when he falls to the ground, he lands kinda in a weird way and loses his balance, and he's gonna be in a disadvantage to attack the next round. And it's you on round 9.
And I'll go for a grab.
Okay, then it's Dex plus grab minus his athletics, which is 1.
Okay. And that's 4 successes.
So you grab the hell out of him.
Can we say that he's in a submission hold?
No, we can't.
No, we can't. Okie dokies.
There are maneuvers that do this, but that's not one of them.
And for damage, it's strength plus grab, correct?
Correct.
Minus his stamina.
Minus his stamina.
Which is 2.
Yes. Yes, well, you really got the hang of it now.
I'm learning. And that's 2 success.
Yes, that's 2 successes. And he had 1 health, so tell me about how you KO him.
So, I'm trying to think, what's a good grab technique? I can't exactly go for something that Zangief has. And I suppose if I had my feet on his back and I'm pulling at his legs and his arms simultaneously, would that count as a grab or a submission?
I don't know, you can do whatever you want. It's just for flavor.
Okay, so I land right on top of him. I have my feet right on his back, and I pull his arms back with great force. I almost break his arms.
That sounds painful. So you KO him, and part of the crowd is cheering. Part of the crowd seems a little bit disappointed. The bookie is really happy. Apparently, that was a match that was very profitable for him. And Liz is very disappointed.
Man.
And then someone comes and gives you. Actually, the bookie comes and says, "All right, kid. In the end, I guess you ended up doing me a favor. So here's your 500 bison dollars."
Thank you very much.
And let's give you some points now. So again, you won a match, so you get 1 extra glory. And this time you did not attack someone who was dizzy. So this time you gain 1 glory and 1 honor. and that's it. So what do you do now?
I... Am I still in the ring or am I outside of the ring?
You're leaving the ring now.
So, now I go looking for Liz.
She sees you approaching and does like a face.
What did I do?
What did you do? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
You scheming bastard.
I'm...
You made a fool out of me, and then when you had a chance to screw me up during the fight, during a dishonest rat move, you did it.
I'm...
And then you made that whole scene saying that you were sorry.
I'm unclear. Like...
Does this make it clear? And she gives you a really bad gesture that luckily it's a podcast so nobody sees it.
And I'm saying...
And then she turns her back and leaves. So if you're gonna say something, you're just gonna speak to her back as she leaves. As she is leaving.
What did I do? I'm just so unclear. Well, alright. Oh, do you at least want the card of my manager? Hello?
She is out of the gym, and you see the Greek Destroyer also getting out of the gym. He got third place, so he got $100. And Big Shadow is still not awake. But your manager is entering the gym. Hey, Shyotaz! Really, really good.
I know.
Proud of you, kid.
I know. I can't believe it either. 500 bison dollars, Mr. Habanero. Do you know what we can do with this money?
Yeah, you can pay me next month.
True, but you know...
So there's a police officer outside the gym. He wanted to enter, but I was like, no, he's fighting in a really big tournament right now. You shouldn't go there to disturb him and whatever. But he's really insistent, so I think you should go meet him.
Alright, I'll go talk to him. But right after I'm done with that, I want to talk with you about a great idea that I think is going to make us a lot of money.
Yes, I look forward to hear it.
Alright. Don't go too far!
No, I'll be here.
So
when you go outside, you see an African American guy with a yellow t-shirt and some very tight jeans, and he looks very impatient.
Hello. You were looking for me, yes?
Oh, so you finished your fight?
Yes. It was... Let me tell you, I wasn't sure if I was even gonna make it out of there dead or alive.
Oh, you look well enough. I have some news.
Have some what?
Some news. Now, remember when we talked, I think it was like a week ago or something, at the hospital?
Yeah, there was a good guy named Adam Hunter, I believe.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh.
I'm Adam Hunter.
Oh.
Anyways,
I didn't get a good look at you before.
You remember giving me some very detailed descriptions about the pilot?
Yeah. Yeah, the small guy, spiky blonde hair.
I'm gonna cut straight to the chase. I think we got him.
Say what?
Yeah, the local police arrested someone who looks a hell of a lot like the description you gave. So what I want you to do is come with me to the precinct and you can identify the guy.
And Shyotaz is so giddy and excited that he gives Adam a big hug, saying, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You know, this day is just getting better and better. Knock on wood."
Okay, sure, enter the car.
Yes, you've got it. Wait, can I bring my manager with me?
I mean, this is police business. It's best that we don't involve more people than we should. But if you want to go speak to him, I can wait a little bit.
I'll be quick. I'll be very, very quick. So I go to my manager, Mr. Habanero. Mr. Habanero!
You see him talking to Big Shadow.
Mr. Habanero.
Yes, Shyotaz.
Hello, Mr. Big...
This is Big Shadow. I believe he fought in the tournament. I was talking to him about some projects for the future.
Yeah, we just had a good fight. How are you doing, Mr. Shadow?
I mean, I feel a little embarrassed for losing for such a weak fighter, but other than that, okay.
Hey, I happen to claim a victory rather fair and square. So, I don't excuse any rudeness. Now, Mr. Habanero, if I may,
Yes.
I have to do a little, helping out with the police, and I really want you to come, but he says that,
You know, I really think you should stop messing with the police. Are you a police officer now? You're a fighter. You should say no.
say no, but this could be a big
You're gonna get hurt, kid. You got hurt last time.
You know, Mr. Habanero, if I may ask, do you have any history with police? I never got to asking that.
Oh, no, why you're asking that?
Because he says the only way you...
What do you know?
I just was wondering if you have ever perhaps worked for the police, or have ever been a cop?
Well, obviously not.
Because, frankly, I'm just too excited, and I want you to come with me, and... You know, I think we're on a real lead that could help us vindicate George's good name.
Why don't you leave that for the police?
Because... I'll tell you why. Because these people messed with a good friend of mine. I don't appreciate that. And these people are... somewhat responsible for my rather bad day not too long ago, and, you know, I just want to teach them a little lesson is all.
Okay, let's go. I'll talk to you later, Mr. Big Shadow.
Wait, you're coming with me? Even though the police say that technically you can't?
You invited me. Now you're saying I can't go? What do you want, kid?
I just wanted to know if you've ever been on the police's good side, and then I thought then I'd have a perfectly fine reason to take you along with me. As I've stated before.
What the hell are you asking?
You know what, never mind. You continue your business with my new best buddy, Big Shadow, and, I'll be back.
Okay.
Oh, and,
Yeah, he turns to Big Shadow, like, this kid is good, but sometimes he's very weird.
So, I go back to the cop.
All set now?
Yeah. All set.
Okay, get in.
Before we go, you have a phone, right?
Yes.
If I ever need, can I borrow that phone?
Do you want to call someone?
Not right now, but if I ever need to... I'm just saying for emergency situations is all.
Well, yeah, sure.
Thank you. Now, let's be on our jolly way.
Hey folks, Cammyplayer here, and that's it for today. Join us next week for another chapter in the Trouble in Wales story, and be sure to drop us a comment and a review if you enjoy the content. If you want to talk to us, you can find HaBeFaStro in his YouTube channel, and myself either on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook at Cammyplayer. So until next time.